What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel and to my FIFA 21 Team of the Week prediction series, consisting of mainly just me talking about, what's to come for the game as per, explaining which players I expect to see featured throughout the weeks, be it with this series it's going to be solely about the Team of the Week promo, if you will, or just more the fact that each week these teams will be brought out and they will obviously come into your FUT Champs rewards, so it's quite an important feature when it comes to Ultimate Team. Just talking about how the cards might look and who I'd expect to see, and then maybe how that will affect the market itself. And then finally, just before we get on with the video, I do want to mention that for those who don't already know, this is a weekly series on the channel. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, with your notifications on to never miss any uploads as usual. And then for you, the viewer, if you have any video ideas, thoughts or feedback, of course, feel free to comment down below. And then lastly, for my socials, if you're interested in seeing, any graphics that I make on Instagram, any sort of posts or discussions that I sprout on Twitter, my links will be in the description box down below as well. With all that out of the way, we will actually get on with the predictions now, and we'll start off with the bench as usual, as a typically lesser important section, just to ease us into the video. And then I will start with the first four on the bench, being Nadal, the Spaniard, as shown on screen, with a pretty meh sort of card, pretty low rated, a possible 80 overall, and maybe I'm being a bit too kind with that, in fact, but a deserved feature, I have to say, in this squad, with his 8 saves, including a penalty stop, and he did go on to receive man of the match for his side. Tverskov is 78, I believe I opted for. The Danish centre-back managed to bag a brace for his side, so he's almost a definite feature as well. Just because, not many centre-backs get even a goal, never mind two, to go on and win the game for his team. Inter Milan's D'Ambrosio, 81 overall. Not too appealing, I'd say. And then Kenny Lala, 82 rated from the Liga 1 as well. Very similar in the fact that, they are usable, but not exactly ideal, especially with the fact that there's so much money in the game, you can have a lot better options, as opposed to these two pretty bang average informs. But as we skip on into the next lot and we move on to the next screen, in Lyon's Totw Akambi, with a brace he got, this striker had a very good game in the Liga on the weekend. Ajax's Traore, being probably the highest performer, definitely the best throughout all the leagues, all the matches throughout the week. And then Bamford of Leeds, who did get his hat-trick in the Prem, scoring some very nice goals as well. 2 of them were pretty outstanding, I'd say, all things considered. I do want to focus mainly on the Ajax performance over the weekend, because I don't want to overlook, any hat-tricks or braces that these players go on to score, but you kind of really don't top this guy's Ajax performance. Did lead the Dutch side onto winning 13-0 against VV Venlo. I'm not sure how you say that, but yes, 13-0, you heard it correct. And Traore had been one of the main stars in that game, having bagged 5 goals for himself and supplying 1 for his teammate as well, making that 6 contributions and a definite feature in the squad, no doubt. But like I said, he's on the bench, it's not too important for actual gameplay, and in terms of rewards as well, it's not ideal. But with the bench, over and done with, and we will move on to the starting 11, and as always with the goalkeeper spot up first, with Edouard Mendy, a guy who, has obviously been given quite the job trying to fix that position for his side, but not once did I imagine seeing an inform card from a Chelsea player from the goalkeeper position. Of course, we've had a bit of humour over the last week or so because, Petr Cech, if you didn't already know, did actually sign as a non-contract player into the 25-man squad for Chelsea in the Premier League this season as like a 4th choice backup keeper. Though if we're all being truthful, he probably starts ahead of like 3 of our goalkeepers, even at the ripe age of 37 or something. But, without getting carried away, I will say that he, Mendy, I'm talking about, is a complete game changer, replacing Kepa, and I could not be happy with his performances so far. Not only did he keep a clean sheet against Sevilla, but he also did that against Man United, making 5 saves in the most previous game and receiving a man at match award as well, making him a very likely candidate. And as we move on to the defence, just up ahead and in front, in Sergio Ramos for yet again another inform and yet another goal for Real Madrid. This one's a little bit less likely, probably might see maybe a Valverde or a Cruz, as I'll get into that, but I guess when your centre-back scores a goal in the El Clasico to make it 3-1 in the end, that was the result for Real. The Spanish centre-half definitely had his hand in, helping Real go on to, that successful feat. Defending unbelievably, he was, and then obviously getting the goal, as I said, makes him a candidate. But the fact that he's already got an inform already, I doubt it. But yeah, like I said, we could also see Toni Kroos in there, who's, you know, supposedly played great. I didn't really watch the game at all, so you can't take every word for it. But also Valverde got a goal as well, so he's definitely in for a shout. Upamecano and Akanji as two Bundesliga stars, you know, pretty sweaty defenders in terms of FIFA. Upamecano would also, you know, make this, I believe he's second in form, which again, he's not as likely as you'd hope. But the Dortmund game I will focus on primarily as, you know, a couple top performers in there as well. It could be the Portuguese Guerreiro, the left wing back, I believe, who supplied a lot of opportunities and got a couple of assists. And then Hummels, part of the centre back duo that, you know, both got a goal for themselves, him and Akanji. So it's definitely a good performance from the German side. It'll be quite interesting to see who gets the inform from that game. But, you know, as we move on to the midfielding few up next, typically the best set of players, just because that's where, you know, you get the left mids and cam CDMs that are really good. And overall, it's where I usually put the most players in. I can see today it is 4 players, but I definitely wouldn't say it's the best section for this week. This week has to be a little bit of an anomaly, if you will. Politano up next for this set, an 84 overall. Seems pretty nice, got some very nice links too. The issue being that he's probably not your go-to winger. He hasn't got the most pace ever, and, you know, it wouldn't be that much of a great card in all seriousness. Luis Alberto, you know, he gets that soft link to him. Syria link up, but again, Luis Alberto, I don't know how good he is in the game. He has been put as a centre mid with a +2 rating, as you can see. I've put for him there. For Lazio, with him and Immobile just tearing up the league. As they continue to drive the team onwards, they seem to be the guys kind of showing that they can be a good side when they want to be, and Lazio shouldn't be underrated at this point. They've had, you know, a couple good seasons on the trot now. Paulinho with his 85 rated card, as you can see, for his contributions. It could also be Talisca instead, though he would probably be a striker, because I believe that's something he played. Either could work, obviously they play for the same team, so it's between them two for me. And then Visca of the Turkish league, lastly, for the midfield. An 85 rated card again, and, you know, after 2 goals and 1 assist and working to a 8.9 match rating, he is also, you know, a very likely candidate. But as we move ultimately onto the attackers in Wilfried Zaha of Crystal Palace, probably their talisman, if you will, definitely their best player, most skillful, and obviously most recently he did obviously play striker, and, you know, he ran the game, I have to say, with a little position change. As you can see, he's normally a left mid, I believe, and a reward in response to his match-winning performance, you know, getting a goal and an assist for himself, the Ivorian. Robert Lewandowski just next to him, still scoring goals endlessly. It's actually ridiculous. But his hat-trick against Augsburg should see him get a second in form already, making him a 93 overall. My only issue again with this is the fact that he's already gotten in form, and that's kind of the only thing arguing against him actually getting this card. And then last but certainly not least, if anything most, in Neymar, a respectably possible candidate. I am banking on EA being charitable here by making, you know, a pretty insane squad for this weekend, or for this weekend's rewards rather. But the Brazilian did manage to perform to a 10.0, and this could also go to Moise Kean in the PSG possibility, just because Moise Kean did obviously score his first PSG goal, and then his second, got the brace. Neymar got 2 assists and played to a 10.0, like I said. But Moise Kean would be a pretty low rating. It'd be a little bit disappointing and honestly not an exciting pick, but likely a deserved one, I would say. You know, having moved to the French side from Everton, no idea how he actually got that move, but his agent deserves a pay rise, and I guess it's slowly starting to pay off now. Let it be known that this could also still go to Mbappe as well, but again, he's already had an inform and he's going to get a lot throughout the year. We have to be mindful of that. But obviously he did get 2 goals inside 17 minutes, so again, he is another possible candidate. But as we round up the squad for this week, that is the whole team. Some very exciting picks, and I'd say that it probably was worth playing Champs this weekend, in mind that, you know, a lot of these players are quite nice, very nice cards. Some potential cards that maybe I haven't included in this squad might be featured, just to, if anything, bump it up, make it even more exciting when you get your red picks. Of course, you're banking on quite a lot of luck, and, you know, packs are luck based, so, I mean, good luck to you all, I guess. But anyways, as I mentioned before, make sure that if you did enjoy the video by the end of it, that you please leave a like rating, stick around the channel for more content like this, and maybe check out a few of my other series already, like the Road to Glories, player reviews coming out, etc. And yeah, I appreciate all your support, and I'll continue uploading on the channel. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.